we have completed the electrical units. Now moving to the mechanical units. So mechanical units, will start with mechanical units. Okay, we have seen electrical units. Now we'll start with mechanical units. So we have seen what is the work done. Okay, so we have seen the work done, what is force, and what happens when the force is acted on the body. So force is measured in Newton. Okay, so force is measured in Newtons, right? So when the force acts on body and it moves through distance, so this is our body, or consider this is our work. So what we have to do, we have to displace this body from this position to this position. What we have to do, we have to apply force. So whenever I apply force, this body moves, or this body changes its position from this point to this point whenever I apply the force. Thus, when the force acts on body, it moves through a distance d. So this is the distance d. Then the work is done on body. So this is the work done on body when the force is applied to the body and it moves from one position to another. Then it is said work is done on the body. So work done, we have last time also seen. Work done formula is force into distance. It is measured in joules. Okay, so this is work done. But unit of force, we have seen here, it is Newton, right? Unit of force is Newton, and we measure distance in meter. So work done, that is work done is measured in joule. So joule, 1 joule is equal to 1 meter Newton. So what we did here, unit of force is Newton, force is measured in Newton, and distance we measure it in meter. Okay, so the unit of this is 1 Newton meter or meter Newton, right? And hence the 1 joule, that means work done, is measured in joule. So 1 joule is equal to 1 meter Newton. Okay, so this is the formula. This is the important formula. Okay. Now we'll see 1 horsepower. So what is a horsepower? So it is also unit of power. So they have not given in a deep explanation for you. So just remember 1 horsepower. So 1 horsepower is defined as 75 meter kilogram of work done per second. So 1 horsepower, that is horsepower. 1 horsepower is defined as 75 meter kilogram of work done per second. Okay, so 1 HP, that means 1 horsepower, is equal to 75 meter kilogram, that will be meter kilogram of work done per second. So this is per second, and time is given in second. So this is second. Okay, so 1 HP is equal to 75 meter kilogram per second. From this, remember this, 1 HP is equal to 75 meter kilogram per second. So what will be the definition of 1 horsepower? So 1 horsepower is defined as 75 meter kilogram of work done per second. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to convert, or we have to derive the relation between. So we have to derive the relation. So relation of HP, that is horsepower, and watts. Okay, so we know 1 horsepower is equal to 75 meter kg per second. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to convert this unit meter kg per second into watts. Okay, so what we'll do? So we'll first convert this kg into Newton. So according to this, 1 kg is equal to 9.81 Newton. Okay, so 1 kg is equal to 9.81 Newton. What we'll do? We'll substitute this kg with this. Okay, so what will be our equation? 1 HP is equal to 75 meter. So 75 multiplied by 9.81, because we are writing this kg in Newton form. So 75 into 9.81 meter, and this kg we have converted it into Newton. So here Newton per second. So we'll multiply this, then answer will be 735.5 Newton meter second. So what we did? So this we have to convert it into watts. So we have converted this kg first in Newton. So 1 kg is equal to 9.81 Newton meter. So we substituted the value of this kg here. This kg in terms of Newton. Okay, so this will the formula of this will be 735.5 meter Newton per second. So now we know from here 1 joule is equal to 1 meter Newton. So what we'll do, instead of this, what we'll write? Joule. Okay, so what will be the formula? 735.5 joules per second. So we have derived here 1 joule is equal to 1 meter Newton. So this meter Newton is now written as 1 joule here. Okay, so now what we'll do, joule is equal to 1 joule is equal to 1 watt into second. So we have seen in electrical units. Okay, so 1 joule is equal to 1 watt into second. Electrical power, we have seen this. 1 joule is equal to 1 watt second. So here instead of this joule, we'll write here 1 watt second. That will be 735.7 watt into second by second. So this second and this second will get cancelled, and our answer will be 735.7 watts. So 1 HP is equal to 5.5 watts. Okay, so this is our relation of HP and watts. So we have just substituted this. What we did first, instead of this kg, we have written here this kg in terms of Newton. So 1 kg is equal to 9.81 Newton. So instead of this kg, we substituted this value. So multiplying this, we got this answer, and we have written instead of kg Newton. So now Newton meter is equal to 1 Newton meter is equal to 1 joule. So instead of this Newton meter, we substituted here joules. So the joules, 1 joule is also equal to 1 watt into second. So instead of this, we have written here watt into second. So this second and this second got cancelled, and now our formula is 1 HP is equal to 735.5 watts. Okay, now this is the relation. Now we'll see what is efficiency. So efficiency. So efficiency is defined as, it is the ratio of output upon input into 100. So efficiency is measured in percentage. Okay, so efficiency is measured in percentage, and the efficiency is output upon input. So what is the efficiency? Efficiency means whatever we give the input. Okay, so whatever the input is given, and the same we get the output same or similar output, then we say that the efficiency is 100%. It is 100% efficient. Okay, now consider example. So consider example as I have given you one question paper of 100 marks. Okay, so this is input and you got 80 marks out of 100. That will be the output. Okay, so here I have given you the 100 marks question paper. So that will be the input given to you, and you have to solve this 100% or 100 marks question paper, but you got 80 marks in this question paper. That will be your output. So what is the efficiency of that student? How we calculate? Output, that is 80%, that is our output. Input is 100 into 100. So this will be, so efficiency of that student is 80%. So efficiency means karya shamta. Okay, efficiency means karya shamta. So I have given you the example. So the student has given the question paper of 100 marks and the output, that means whatever the marks you obtained is 80 marks out of 100. So what we'll do, we'll calculate the efficiency of this student. So what I did, in this efficiency formula, output upon input, we calculated the efficiency. We have substituted the value of output, that is 80 marks, and input was 100, that is 100. So efficiency is calculated in percent. So efficiency here is 80. Right? So the efficiency of that student is 80%. Similarly, in electrical, we have to calculate the efficiency. So the formula is same. Okay. So now we'll see the examples. So here the fourth example is, a DC motor has output of 3 HP. That means it has output of 3 HP. If it works on 200 volts DC supply, it is voltage, it is a 200 volts, and runs with an efficiency of 80%. So they have given us efficiency. Find the current taken by the motor. So what we have to find, we'll write here. We have to find current. Okay, we have to find current. And what is given? So they have given the DC motor has output of 3 HP. Okay, so they have given the output. So this is the output. I'll write here. Output. They have given 3 HP. Voltage, they have given 200 volts, and runs with an efficiency of 80%. Efficiency, that is 80%. Okay, now from this efficiency formula, so efficiency is equal to, we have seen, that is equal to output upon input. So we'll convert this efficiency. So 80 divided by 100. Okay, that will be 0.8. So now we have to find the input from this. So efficiency is equal to output upon input. From this we'll find the input. So input power taken by the motor will be output divided by efficiency. So output, what is the output? 3 HP, and efficiency they have given in percentage, we have to convert it. So we divided it by 100. So the answer is 0.8, or simply you can write 80 divided by 100, or you can write 3 divided by 0.8. So the answer is 3.75 HP. So what we got? We have got the input from the output and efficiency. Okay, so the output of motor you can see from this example. Input of motor is 3.75 and output is 3 HP. Okay, so this was the input given to the motor and this is the output given by the motor. So you can see here there is something lost in this during this between process. So the efficiency is 80%. From this efficiency and output we calculated the input power. But the motor's input is expressed in watts. So input power must be expressed in watts, but we have calculated in HP. Okay, so the output power they are given in HP. So our input power that we have calculated, that is in HP. Now we have to convert this HP into watts. So we have seen how to convert it. So input watts, that means we have to multiply it by HP into 735.5. So what is here? 3.75 into 735.5. So our answer will be 2758 watts. So we have calculated here 1 HP is equal to 735.5 watts. From this we calculated this, or from this we have converted this watts into this. So we know from here, you can understand from here, 1 HP is equal to 735.5 watts. Now from this formula we have to convert this. So 1 HP is equal to 73.5 watts. So 3.75 HP is equal to how many watts? So what we did, so we just simply multiplied by this. 3.75 into 735.5. So our answer is 2758 watts. Okay. So this is our input. We have calculated the input. So from this input power, we know the formula of power. Power in watts. Input power. This power is always input power. So input power in watts is voltage into current. Okay, so we know current, we have to calculate current, we know voltage, we know input power. From this we'll calculate the current. So what is the input power we calculated here? 2758 divided by voltage. So this will come here. Voltage they have given here 200 volts. So our answer of current is equal to current. So current is equal to 13.8 amperes. You have to solve this, then answer will be this. Okay. So this is your first example. I hope you have understood this. What we did first, they have given the output power and they have given the efficiency. From this, what we did, we calculated the input power. From this input power, so the input power is in HP. You can see here the output power is given in HP. So our answer will be also in HP. Input power will be also in HP. So we converted it into watts. Okay. After converting this into watts, what we did, we know the formula of power. Power is equal to voltage into current. So the power in watts, that is input power. So we calculated here input power. So input power in watts is equal to voltage into current. They have given the voltage. They have given the input power, that we have calculated the input power. So we calculated the current from here. Okay. Now fifth example. So this is the fifth example. So an electric motor. So this is the motor. Electric motor drives the water pump. So due to this motor, this pump is working condition. So it drives the water pump. The pump lifts the water of 50 kg per second. This pump lifts the water. Means what? This is the water. And it lifts means it takes the water through this pump and it gives to this tank, which is 25 meter above this surface level. So this pump lifts the water 50 kg per second. means it takes 50 kg water per second. For 1 second it takes 50 kg water in this tank. Okay, so taking pump efficiency as 80%. So they have given the efficiency of pump is 80%, and motor efficiency, they have given the motor efficiency, that is 90%. Find the current taken by motor. So you have to find the current that is taken by the motor, which is given supply of 200 volt supply. Okay, now this is the input, right? This is the input of motor, right? So this is the input of motor and this is the output. Okay, so this is the input of motor and this is the output of motor. So here similarly, this is input of pump. Okay, so this is the input of pump and this is the output of pump, right? So this is input, this is output of motor, this is input, this is output of pump. Now looking to this two, the output of motor is equal to input of pump. Are you getting this point? So this is input of motor, this is output of motor, and this is pump. So this is the input of pump and this is the output of pump. Output of motor is equal to input of pump. Okay, students, if you have any doubt, please ask. These are the important examples. Okay, so you understood up to this. Okay, now moving forward. So this pump, what it is doing, this pump is taking water from here. It is applying some force. Due to this force, what is happening? The water is moving, or water is displaced from this point to this tank. That is 25 meter of distance. It is been moving the water or transferring the water. That means this pump is doing some work. Okay, so this pump is doing some work. Why work is done? Because there is displacement, right? Here water is displaced. So we know the formula. Work done. So what is doing work? Work done by pump per second. Why per second? Because they have given in question the pump lifts water of 50 kg per second. So pump is giving the 50 kg water per second in the tank. So we'll write here work done by pump per second is equal to weight lifted into distance. So what is the formula of work done? Force into displacement. So because of this force, water is lifted. So this weight is lifted. So we'll write here weight lifted. So how much of weight is lifted? So the 50 kgs is lifted per second. So we'll see it further. 50 kg of water is lifted per second into distance 25 meter. So we'll calculate this, then it will be 1250. So we can, from this we can write the unit, that is kg meter per second. Why? Because the weight is lifted 50 kg per second. Okay, you understood this, how this unit came? Okay, now this kg we have to convert it into Newton. Okay, so how we'll convert it? 1 kg is equal to 9.81 Newton. So here we'll multiply it, 1250 multiplied by 9.81 meter. Instead of kg, now we'll write here Newton per second. So our answer is 12232. Okay, so now here Newton meter is equal to joules per second. Okay, so this is our work done in joule per second. So this is our work done by pump per second, that is joule per second. We have converted it into joule per second. Okay, now what they have given, the efficiency of pump is given. So efficiency of pump is 80%. Efficiency of pump is 80%, right? And motor efficiency is 90%. So we have got work done by pump means what? We have calculated here output of the pump. Okay, so output of the pump, that means work done. So this is the output. So this is our output of pump. From this output, we know the efficiency of pump. So from this formula, efficiency is equal to output divided by input. We'll calculate the input. Okay, so efficiency is 80%, output we have calculated here. So input is equal to input is equal to output. What is output? 1, 2, 2 divided by efficiency 80%. We have to convert it. This will be 80 divided by 100. Okay. So what will be our calculation? This will be 12232 divided by 80 by 100. So our output, our answer will be 15290 joules per second. So this will be our input power of pump. So our input power of pump, that is equal to output power of our motor. So this input of pump we calculated is equal to output of motor. So we know output of motor now, and we also know the efficiency. So now we'll calculate the input power of motor. So what will be the input power from this efficiency? What we'll do, we need to calculate the output. So input is equal to output divided by efficiency. Okay, so here output is, we have calculated here because we calculated the input of pump, that is equal to output of motor. So we'll write here output, that is 1590 divided by 90, that they have given the efficiency of motor, 90 divided by 100. After calculating this, you will get the answer 16990. This is the input of the motor. Okay, now we know the input power of motor. From this, input power of motor is equal to voltage into current. So we have to calculate current, so voltage will come here. So what is the input power of motor? This. So 16990 divided by, what is the voltage? Voltage they have given here 200 volts. Okay, they have given here supply voltage 200 volts. So we'll write here 200. So after calculating this, our answer is 85 amperes. Okay, so this is our answer.